All right, our next presenter is with Food Not Bombs. Her name is Stepha, and she asks, how can we spend so much money on war while so many of our community members worry about where they're going to get their next meal, going hungry every day? Food Not Bombs is an international grassroots organization of peace, abundance, reallocation, and the sharing of food resources. It's an opportunity to help establish a world of social justice where everyone can trust there is enough for all, and a rally to end war and poverty and transform the violent priorities of corporations and government. Today, representing the Friday chapter of Food Not Bombs in Bellingham is Stepha. Give me a hand as she comes up here to the stage.
Hello. I have a lot of bread if anybody wants any. Fresh, beautiful loaves from Avenue. Okay, so yeah, Food Not Bombs is an international grassroots, all volunteer-based organization. It's known as, it's been called anarchist, it's been called terrorist, it's been called humanitarian, it's been called lovely, it's been called frightening. It has all sorts of different connotations depending on the circles in which you rotate in. Yet, it has an unwavering intent and sacred purpose of making sure that everybody eats. And anybody who wants to cook can cook, and anybody who wants to eat may eat, and everybody is included in no matter where and how they show up. And the concept is that we collect free food from various resources. There is such a thing known as dumpster diving, which is the concept of, because there is such an abundance of food that is produced in this country and in others, there is subsequent waste. And the waste that is created goes to the landfill, maybe it goes to a compost, but generally ends up in either a waste bin or a dumpster. And what we do is we go and rescue it. And by rescuing it, and there's nothing wrong with the bruised apple with a little bit of, coffee grounds on it, we rescue it, and then what we do is we take it home and we clean it and we cut off the parts that are bruised and create a meal out of that and are able to thus serve it to other people. And in this motion, what you're doing is completing this cycle. So there's lots of food that's created, there's waste, you save this waste, and then you're able to make sure that through that, all the loose pieces are able to be connected and everybody then can eat. Because there's a lot of loose holes, and there's lots of the threading of our community gets lost in some places based on who doesn't show up and who has a various relationship on how to serve and how to help others. And yeah, so there's two Food Not Bombs chapters in Bellingham. One is on Sundays. That happens at 4 o'clock at Railroad and Holly in front of the Starbucks. And then the one that I volunteer with is on Fridays, and we cook from 12:30 to 4 at the Majestic Kitchen on Forest Street, and then serve at the corner of Colnor and Magnolia from 4 to 6 every Friday during the Peace Vigil. So yeah, the Food Not Bombs that I volunteer with, we actually get donations from the food bank. All the food that otherwise would go to the hogs, I go and rescue about noonish. We also get some donations from the food co-op and also Avenue Bread, which is nice because dumpster diving can be hard, for sure. If you've ever spent 2 hours in a Hagen's dumpster from 12 midnight to 2 o'clock in the morning, come and talk to me, and it's, So something I wanted to talk about in relationship to food is there's a belief that there's not enough food for all. There is a belief that there's not enough food for all, and to believe that there is enough food for all is a really important point, because in the ways of peace, it's vital to recognize the ways that you believe in scarcity so that you understand how you believe in peace. Because the tactic of scarcity perpetuates a fear, and how people in the government respond to fear determines how they react. And in the case of food, it is often seen in severe and destructive relationships with the growing and allocation properties that are observed. And how we react when we are fearful about not having enough to eat creates a problem towards peace, when cooperative sharing of resources is a key component for building social justice. So to trust in abundance, it's interesting because you could look at it as a very privileged, exclusively white, heteronormative way of looking at the world, but believing how, or it also could be looked at as a first step towards revising and taking a new relationship about how we grow food, or how we harvest food, or how we buy or share or throw away food. And then Food Not Bombs was also organized in the spirit to end war and poverty and bring attention to homelessness. Because by serving on the streets, we are able to access everybody. And by providing vegan and vegetarian meals, it is a non-violent way towards sharing food. We are currently governed by an economy that perpetuates war for furthering its financial success. And by keeping to a permanent war economy, people are going hungry, they're going homeless. Capitalization makes food a source of profit and not a source of nutrition, and this is unacceptable. And with Food Not Bombs showing up, we're able to prove that with trust, nonviolent, non-hierarchical organization, love, believing in the basics of food growth and allocation and distribution and how we can work together, there will be enough food for all. And food is awesome. And like I said, Food Not Bombs is all volunteer run. I am just a speaker. I have no, everybody is exactly the same. Everybody's treated exactly the same. Everybody has a say in what is served and how it's done. So if you're interested, I can give out information about how you can plug in. And it would be beautiful to see you out there. Even if you just come to eat, we serve yummy hot meals from 4 to 6 on Fridays at the corner of Cornwall and Magnolia. So thank you very much. And I have tons of bread, so get some loaves of bread.